Hey guys, it's Em. And today, we're gonna be doing another Simplist. And I know half of you just rolled your eyes, and the other half of you are now way too into this. A complaint I got with the first Simplist was that I'm a man. So, today, I have a list that was made by 2 females, and I believe the Pixiv results. Will 100% accurate Simplist ever be possible? No. That being said, this is more accurate than me freeballing. You'll be seeing these one at a time. I'll edit them in so we can take this one by one because I feel like I'm gonna have a lot to say about this. So in S, first we have Toki. It's understandable. Don't have anything wrong with that. Second is Rao. So I've heard people sim for Rao. Remember how in the Simplest video I said I don't get it? I still don't get it. I'm not gay or bi. I'm not into men. That being said, that one doesn't make any sense to me. Other than he's big and muscular. Personality-wise, kind of sucks horribly. But you know, y'all do you. We got Salder. Don't get that one either. Me personally, I don't get that one. It must just be a purely physical thing. I don't know. A dude who enslaves children to make a pyramid. I don't know. Me personally, I don't think that's great. I don't think that's a great thing to do. Me personally wouldn't put him that high. I think I put him in B in the Simplest, to be honest, because he's kind of an asshole. But you know, the Pixiv results have spoken. I can't say anything. We got Ray. I think I even said Ray was a pretty boy. That just doesn't surprise me. The whole Mamuya. There, y'all happy? The whole Mamuya thing, I'm like, you know, we just overlooked that. He's hot. That's all that matters. He's hot. You know what's funny? I was like, a lot of anime fans nowadays, they look at they just look at the character. They don't look at what's underneath the character, you know what I'm saying? They don't look at the deep stuff. And now, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I feel like this is the exact same thing. Am I wrong? I know some people go like, well, Salder's got that soft side. Remember when he hugged the old guy? I'm like, that is some bullshit. Like, if someone enslaved a ton of kids in real life, you're not gonna think Papa died. Like, that's not the concern. Maybe he has a soft coating underneath. I'm not trying to hear that. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Shin. Generic blonde pretty boy. There's nothing else to say about him. He's kind of a dick. And personality-wise, he just doesn't have anything. He's just kind of smug and rich. Like I said in the Simplest, when I put him in like A or something. Blonde, rich, pretty boy, bro. Like, Ken is an A. On my list, I don't know what I was on when I put Ken in S. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's basic. Honestly, I'm shocked he's not in B. I feel like a lot of the Pixiv art stuff is probably just because he's the main character. I don't think all those people want to, like, get railed by Ken. But maybe that's just me. Jaggy in A is a fucking crime, okay? Okay, bro. Jaggy in A. Alright. See, now this... That just doesn't... Is it just me? Is that illegal? Do y'all know what Jaggy looks like? Y'all seen him without the helmet on, right? You've seen what this man looks like? He's cool. Don't hate him. Jaggy's not... I don't get it. Like, for me, personally, I don't... that doesn't make any sense. I don't... He's literally insane. He's insane, and he's ugly. Let me just specify. Those are 2 things you can't have together. You can be a crazy person in the anime, but if you're hot, that doesn't matter. Jaggy's not at all in the traditional sense. I don't... Clearly, the fan base thinks otherwise. Clearly, they think he's a hot stud. Going down to B. Okay. The first person in B is Amoeba. I don't get why people like Amoeba. I really don't. I don't get it. Most of the defenses I've heard is, he's greasy and he's crazy and that's kind of hot. And I'm like, what is that? What does that even mean? And I never even said it. So I've been just calling him B and C. So I'm talking to B, and B is like, oh, Amoeba's just like Power. Now, if that ain't the biggest damn lie I've ever heard, right? Okay, so Power and Chainsaw Man, right? I'm pretty sure most people would say like, oh, she's like, you know, anime girl attractive. Like, she's not ugly. She's just a little disheveled. Amoeba? Are we really gonna pretend that these 2 are even like remotely similar? I don't even know how to explain this point anymore, right? Like, is it Amoeba Isekai? Is that it? Or is it because the people want to ship him with Jaggy, and yes, that's a real thing? Like, it's... I don't have anything else to say about it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Bro really compared Amoeba and Power. I'm like, on the traditional look scale, these 2 are on opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm not saying Power is a 10. I'm just like, Amoeba sure as shit ain't. Under him is Shu, and I'm not even going to explain how much of a crime that is. If you don't watch HNK and you somehow stumbled onto this video, this is apparently a hunk, and this is under him, apparently. it is fine. And a shoe and B, blind guy. I think I even said it in the Simplist. I'm like, blind guy, he's got that going for him. He's got the gray hair. It's his own little dynamic. C is Ryuga. I don't have much to say about that. I feel like people would simp for him more. I'm shocked that they don't, according to this. But at the same time, I'm like, it's kind of a minor character. Okay, now we have Shachi and D. That just feels illegal. And every time I mention that, they go, well, HNK 2 wasn't as popular as HNK 1. And I'm like, okay, but look at him. I'm like, I can guarantee you, people who don't even watch HNK, if they saw his design alone, they might go, what's he from? But unfortunately, apparently, that's not the reality. Unfortunately, Jaggy's hotter than Taki. Yep, this is real. Somehow. This is the reality we landed in. You got Yuta next, which, considering who's under him, this shit's gonna get illegal. I'm like, I don't have anything to say other than Jaggy and Amoeba are above Yuta. I don't even like Yuta. You've heard me say this before. I'm the biggest Yuta hater on the block. But I don't have anything to say until we get to who's under him. So let's talk about who's under him. Okay, so in E tier, we have Juza. There's no way Juza's in E. There's no way Juza is under literally everyone else. That doesn't make any sense to me. At all. What? Everyone goes like, oh, you know, the thing he had with Yuria, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so like, Souther's an S tier, he enslaved kids. Ray stripped a lady. Jaggy stuck cement on some kid's feet and made them walk in the desert. Amoeba was just randomly killing people. But Juza's the line. Juza's too far gone for the HNK fan base. We can't like him. No one likes Juza. We got people committing more crimes, but Juza, he's odd. He's off. He's off his rocker. I feel like I've explained why the whole Yuria thing doesn't bother me. This isn't about me, but just if you like someone for half your life and then you found out you're related, I imagine that would be weird. And it's not like he went after her to go like, I want to smash. Like, that never happened. But yeah, you know, no one likes Juza. We have Ein. Ein's an HNK 2 character, so I guess that's why he's all the way down here. I don't know how I feel about that. Considering how every time I rank Ein in everything ever, people go like, you put Ein in fucking D? I think he's boring. He didn't get enough time to do anything, so I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, look at the design. I guess not enough people have seen it, so I guess that's the pass on that. Keely and Shuren, that makes sense. They're in like 3 panels combined. Then we got Kaio. The disparity between Rao and Kaio is so nuts. Because they literally look like the same dude. People don't watch HNK 2 as much. I don't give a shit, bro. They look the exact same. How is Kaio so far underneath everyone else? Because people go, he's a dickhead. I'm like, yeah, Rao was too, within limit. Unless you read TNH where he drunk out of a dude's skull. That really does happen. I don't know. I honestly, I can't believe the female side of the fan base for what counts as a war crime or not, because it seems to wish-wash depending on who we're talking about. Souther, completely fine. Probably killed kids. He poisoned a camp of rebels where, like, it looked like a good chunk of them were children, right? Kaio killed a dog. Oh! That's the line. We can't cross that. He's just crazy. Unlike the other villains above him. Unlike, you know, Amoeba. And Jaggy, whose literal character is that he's crazy. Okay, anyway. Next is Uyghur. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, I feel like someone's into, what is the word that kids use nowadays? Gilfs or whatever? I feel like someone's into that. But I guess it is a rare exception, so him being an F makes sense. Now let's go next to him. Yo, okay. I'm so sick of the fucking yo slander in this community, okay? I'm over it. I held the poll because of it. So I'm talking to B and she's like, well, Hyo's character arc is kind of a mess because he doesn't have one. And I'm like, his character arc was like a major point in the plot? But you know, unsippable, ugly. I don't even get it, because he's literally Ken too. They're basically the same guy, just Hyo's evil. Hyo is literally, like, most likely what would happen if Yuria died. Like, I mean early, not like, you know, from condition she had. So I don't get why Hyo is in fucking F tier next to Uyghur. I'm like, at this point, fellas, the girls don't know what they're talking about. Fuck them, I don't care. They have no taste, clearly. Look at this. Could we show this to any other fandom? Could we go, this guy right here, you seeing all this? F tier, no one likes it. But this right here, this is peak male anatomy, autonomy, look at the jawbones, the jaw muscles, the ridges on his skull, the metallic pipes coming out. Oh, that's peak. Like, there's no shot We cannot go anywhere else in the anime fandom. It's a good thing that HNK isn't popular. How the hell would we explain this, huh? How would this make sense to anyone else? Golly. I don't even want to go into the last tier, but let's just round it off, right? We got Nameless Sand Spider. He doesn't have a name. Doesn't really surprise me. And I told you, those few simps he probably has is from that licking scene. I told you. We got Han, so I put him in S. I think. I can't honestly remember. I know that my video is more of a hypothetical, like who I could see people simping for if it was really popular. I do know that. 1 or 2 insane fans tier. I personally think that's a little wild. But yet again, Hyo is an F. If Hyo's an F and Kaio is an E, I guess it makes sense. This fan base doesn't have eyes. They don't have eyes, they don't have taste, they don't have anything, clearly. If this is the average, if this is going off of picture drawings and B&C's takes, they're all horrible. We need our version of an Armstrong. We need someone to wipe the slate clean and make this fan base make sense. Cause this is ridiculous. Again, let me do it one more time. Let me do it one more time, just to nail it in. This is under this. Make that make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me at all. We have Jacko next. I guess I could say it because B and C aren't necessarily direct giveaway names. That being said, I know one of those two, I think both of them, like Jacko, which is... I don't know what to say to that. I'm happy they're down here. Because you would have to be a literal insane psychopath to like Jacko. I'm not here to roast personal tastes. But I'm gonna roast that one, because that one's actually genuinely nuts. And under him is Jackal. Jackal's under everyone. He's a random mook, so that doesn't really make me feel too bad. I don't see Falco. Very disappointing. And I know I was talking to B, and she was like, well, you know, no one really likes Falco. Falco's kind of boring. But Uyghur gets a tier, right? I genuinely don't believe that Falco wouldn't be anywhere. Sure, he's like generic soldier man. That being said, fucking Paladin Dance has Sims, and that man is a literal Borg. But anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to point that out as the Falco fan. Baron's not in here either, but that doesn't surprise me because that part wasn't animated. I'm not trying to roast personal takes again, but I'm thinking of Borge, because one of the 2 people who made this list like Borge, I'm happy Biases didn't slip by, and he slipped on this list, because Borge, literally a fucking gremlin, but... Any other characters, like I could think of the Assam brothers, it would make sense no one would draw them. This is the overall, more studied, researched, analyzed, analytically simplest. Let me not say that I think mine was better. Let me not say that. But this is what the HNK fan base is. This is us. Not sure how I feel about that. That's not a good sign. Remember guys, if you want a HNK girlfriend, you just have to be greasy, ugly, or have pipes coming out of your head, or have committed war crimes. Or if we're going off of Toki, just be a good guy. Just be a doctor. We're really on opposite ends of the spectrum. Anyways. This was just a little fun video. I've been recording for 22 something minutes, so it might not be a very fun little recording to edit. But, with all that out of the way, I've been M. This has been a video that was made, and I am out.